folks like Michael Meyer and the Runau brothers, none of whom are going to be able to meet me today. Slackers. But no, I'm driving south to hook up with Doug James from the vinyl community, who is going to buy some speakers from me. Going to buy my Vandersteen 1C speakers. Listening to this, Younger Brother, album is called Vaccine. John Staffsowell turned me on to this. He said somebody was playing it before a gig that he went to, and he's pretty enamored by it. And it's really good. Storm Thorgerson cover art there. Not on vinyl, unfortunately. Not on vinyl. Speaking of vinyl, public service announcement. Gotta rub that in every chance I get. So yeah, I'm basically driving south to Bloomington, Illinois, and I'm gonna meet Doug at Reverberation Vinyl, which is the store that Michael Meyer works, and he's not gonna be there. He had something better to do than meet me. It's been bugging me to come down there, and I finally get a chance, and he's not gonna be there. Slacker. Anyway, that's where I'm heading. I'm gonna meet up with Doug, probably do a little bit of a dig at Reverberation if he's into that. If he's not into that, I'm gonna do a dig at Reverberation by myself. I think Doug is going to be pretty pleased with these speakers. I'll let him tell you whether or not he is, but I had them for about 10 years. Bought them from an audiophile dealer in Milwaukee. Really, really nice speakers. Vandersteen 1C. Actually a fantastic value in floor standing speakers, even at their original price. But, you know, Doug is actually getting the used VC friend priced. So, that works out for both of us. Alright, well, that's about it for now. I'm going to sign off and enjoy some more tunes. Younger Brother, Vaccine. Tomorrow the sun will rise. Lost in myself, trying to sing my song. Trying to sing my
exit to the right. At exit 165A, US 51 bus south, Bloomington normal.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
It's video now.
What's up, VC? So anyway, I had to come around the block.
Yeah, well, as you saw, I did too, so. All right, let's see what this is all about.
Minus Michael.
That's right. It's an interesting sign.
Yeah, more than enough material to work with. Right. But there's a lot around here too.
John.
See you again.
You too.
Yeah, I know that. I remember seeing a.
Yeah, it's like a side
Well, that was our stop at Reverberation Vinyl. Definitely a cool place. It's really nice to meet John, the owner, and definitely a pleasure to dig through those records. A lot of great stuff there. I left a lot of good stuff behind, but I picked up a lot of good stuff too, which is pretty cool. So I'm here parked in downtown Normal, Illinois, and Michael Meyer, who also works at Reverberation, mentioned that there's another store called North Street Vinyl. I think the Runnow brothers also mentioned it. So I've just driven over by North Street Vinyl, sort of parked the car here, and I'm going to go out and see what that's all about. Probably won't spend a whole lot of time here. At least I shouldn't spend a whole lot of time here. But I'll take you with me. Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to act like I wasn't just in here asking you to do that.
Surprise is a good thing.
That's right. I love the fact that the walls are just covered with music stuff. Never mind me, you're just part of the action.
Make you famous, huh?
That's right. Started off as a day where I was gonna meet somebody to sell some speakers. It turned into a record store crawl. You just saw some scenes there from North Street Vinyl. Huge store. Lots of stock in there. Some of it is, you know, the more common kind of stuff you see at record stores, but still, I found some good stuff in there. I found some stuff I'm very happy with. And one of the things I loved about this place, this is something I love about record stores that do this, and not all of them do this, just the walls were coated. The walls were just floor to ceiling, music memorabilia, posters, flats, albums, singles, promo photos, everything, man. Every nook and cranny of that place was filled with something musical. So that was pretty cool to walk around in there. That's how I remember a lot of the record stores in my youth, like that. Just music everywhere, just plastered on the walls. Anyway, ended up talking to the guy at North Street Records, and super nice guy. I apologize to him if he's watching this, because I forgot to get his name. But anyway, super nice guy and everything. Talked to him for a little bit. So he told me about a place next door called The Waiting Room. I'd never heard of a record store next to another record store, so I thought he's exaggerating and this thing is a block or two down, and so on and so forth. But you know, it was literally, it was right next door. So here are some scenes from The Waiting Room. Hi. probably, as far as the 3 stores that I hit today, it was probably the one in the middle in terms of size. Their stock was a little bit more focused because of that. Indie stuff, a whole big section of electronic stuff that I sifted through. So, pretty good store, really nice guy working there. Yeah, I just think it's funny. The plan was to meet to sell Doug the speakers at Reverberation. And I figured that was a perfectly good place to meet because it was a record store. But one thing led to another, and I ended up doing a record store crawl today of the Bloomington normal area. Anyway, it was a good day. I don't know how much rambling I've done and how much all this is going to amount to when I splice it all together. But if I get a chance, I will throw in some vinyl finds here at the end because I found some good stuff. I actually had to decrease my spending with each store that I went to, partially because I really hadn't planned on spending a lot of money at record stores today. It was just a couple weeks ago, a week or two ago, really, that I ended up going to Milwaukee with my friend Blake, and we spent way too much money there. So it certainly wasn't my plan to just hit a bunch of record stores and spend a bunch more money today. Anyway, when I went to Reverberation, I don't want to say splurge, but I wasn't really watching the budget tightly there. But by the time I got to the next 2 stores, I was tightening up a little bit because I didn't want to go crazy. Put myself in debt over records. What's the fun in that, right? So anyway, maybe the next time I hit this area, I'll do it in reverse, right? Because I think the last place, Waiting Room, I bought just 2 records, and so they got the short end of the stick. They got the short end of my wallet. But anyway, yeah. So good times, good day. It was perfect weather. Not too cold, not too hot, not too humid, which is a problem for the Midwest here in the summertime. I'm rambling, so I will shut up, and hopefully when I get home I'll have enough space to throw in some quick vinyl finds. Alright, VC, thanks for watching. Take care.
It's over.